everyone, we're ROMbi, and today we're reviewing Shanao HKM.
Which we don't really know what that stands for, but
He's an android that looks beyond humans. So...
yeah.
yeah, okay, sure. And here's his art. He looks really cool. He got a major upgrade since he was a brawler.
Brawler, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. Been waiting for him to come out for a while.
So he is an A+ on Famitsu and a 7 out of 10 on GameWith. And when he came out, the entire Hot Springs batch was S or S+. So they're...
I think he was S+ when they came out.
Yeah, so they're still quite relevant in our current game.
Which is pretty cool. So anyway, here he is. And here's his art.
As you can see, there is Benkei in the background. Well, not in the background.
In his picture.
In his picture. And that means that he will summon Benkei in his skill.
Yeah, and it actually looks pretty cool. Although, did you know Benkei is like a 2-year-old?
He's not 2 years old.
No,
he is.
He
He's like 2 months.
2 months?
I think he's like 2 months.
Anyway, so Shanao's leader skill is Tactics Program Rikuto?
Sure.
Sure. And it greatly increases the damage attacker types deal. This is actually pretty nice because I think they're a really diverse set of attacker types, and especially if you have a lot of them, then this is a great leader skill. If you don't have a lot of attacker types, then you're probably not going to use him as a leader, but all the attacker types that I have are actually like high ranked and stuff.
Yeah, so his passes are attack plus 15%, standard. Kill monsters equals HP 5% regen, which is really nice because then it gives him a way to heal himself. And then attack defense and attack speed plus 30% when his HP is over 80%, which is great because he can regenerate his HP. So if he drops below the threshold, it's easy enough to get himself back up and receive the buffs.
His first action skill is Lone Blade Dance, and it costs 24 SP, kind of cheap. And it's a one-hit special attack that deals fire damage and also temporarily reinforces the user's regular attack, meaning he gets an attack buff. And you can see that in his skill, he gets like a purple
sword thing.
I don't know if his range increases. It looks like his sword gets a little bit longer, so I want to say that his range increases, but it's not actually in any of the things, and I can't tell, honestly. So maybe his range increases, maybe it doesn't. In addition, he also gets a
movement speed buff.
Movement speed up 30% for both of them. Pretty good.
His second action skill is Master Servant Cross Annihilate, and it will summon Benkei, and it will lure the enemies, and it will deal damage, and it will also provide a attack buff plus 50%.
It also costs 49 SP, so it is relatively expensive, but I mean, you have a greater range because Benkei lands like significantly further away from Shanao. And so he will also like attract all the enemies that are there. So it's pretty cool. It's very interesting. I think the Hot Springs batch is really interesting because they have all these like new buffs because definitely they're summoning someone else and stuff. Anyway.
Okay, so here is the stage.
Let's try out his first skill. Let's see. Whoops, I did not try out his first skill. Let's try out his first skill in this one. And so you can see that he does have an increased attack buff.
I think with it, like, all the purpley, foggy areas do attack the enemy, so I guess it is sort of an increased range. I can't...
Oh, it doesn't. No.
No?
It doesn't.
Never mind.
It's just fanciness. It's pretty cool. He does get his regen for killing people, so he's really easy to use.
When there's a lot of mobs.
When there's a lot of mobs. I guess, I mean, and once he gets hit, he's kind of sunk. And if, like, there's only one mob in front of him. If he's fighting a boss, I guess that's not really helpful.
Yeah. But yeah, so his first skill does give him his purple sword attack thing. And it does provide a movement speed buff, and now he's moving quite slowly again.
And then, so here's his second skill. And you couldn't see Benkei in that, so I'm going to go ahead and use the second skill on no monsters here.
You can see that Benkei is decently far away, and there is an attack buff.
And it's pretty strong. I mean, they seem to have a dual attack on the monsters, and so I think it's a pretty good attack. It's pretty interesting though. Like all the other ones, like they do like a dance with their partner, but they don't attack specifically with their partner.
That's probably just because Shanao is like commander or general or whatever.
Hmm. So yeah, that's Shanao. He's really cool.
He's definitely a good character to start out with just because he has the HP regeneration
Right,
and he's got decent skills.
right. And okay, he could be a self-contained character, sort of, if you're playing like the lower levels, because he does high damage for the lower levels. He can heal himself. What is the last requirement?
Having a defense, like,
Mechanism.
it's like so that you don't die in like one hit. Basically barriers or like no fatal blows or
I guess he doesn't quite have that, but he's close in that he has a defense buff.
he's good enough for most clears.
Yeah, he's probably good enough for everything that's out right now, to be honest. So if you are looking for a fencer, a decent fencer, and you like the Onsen characters, then definitely I would say Shanao is the way to go. I think Benki is a really interesting addition to him. I didn't realize they had such a close relationship. Actually, most of the characters in the Hot Springs batch, really, their pairings don't make that much sense.
Yeah, they do.
Crucia and Mira?
So in the way back when, actually like just recently because they re-released Crucia's quest, but basically Crucia is trying to exorcise demons and Mira is one of them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So Crucia like
Oh.
tosses salt all over Mira.
Aw, poor Mira. Oh, okay, never mind. So there's some rhyme in all these. Clearly, I don't know the lore very well.
But yeah, that's for now. And
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!